Hey, Nikki Brown here. No matter where you are and no matter what part of the world you're in, I hope that you are having a good day. Um, I want to talk about gossip and rumors. And I've mentioned this before. The book "Their Eyes Were Watching God," which was had a lot to do with rumors and gossip. And I recently participated in something, in repeating something that somebody told me, which is basically gossiping, right? And I do my best not to do that, but sometimes I do fall into the trap. Um, and so once I find that I have done that, I have to um, discipline or check myself, right? So um, someone told me something, and not necessarily in confidence, because this same person told multiple people. So it wasn't necessarily that they were telling me this in confidence, but I shouldn't have repeated it. But this is how gossip spreads, and this is how rumors get started, right? So this person comes to me and they tell me about another person, and the progression of that dynamic began to show itself. Um, because I heard the same person talking to another person about the next step. And I won't be specific. So I'm sorry if this sounds a little bit confusing. But basically, somebody told me something, and I repeated what that person said based on the conversation I heard them having with another person about the same topic. And again, I shouldn't have done that. So I apologize to myself first for dishonoring myself. I apologize to that person for sharing something that she told me. And again, it wasn't necessarily in confidence, but I shouldn't have repeated it. And I also apologize to the person that she was talking about. Because again, I not only dishonored myself, but I did dishonor both of those people as well. And so I know that I have to do better. And I must do my best to not allow myself to fall into the trap of sharing gossip or spreading potential rumors, even if the person themselves told me what was going on. Sometimes you don't know whether or not somebody's telling the truth. Now, in this particular situation, I know this person is telling the truth because what they told me was similar to what that person also shared with me. So both of these people shared something with me, and the story was similar. So I know that it had to be true because you can't repeat what somebody said verbatim if they didn't actually say it. So this person said the same thing to me and said the same thing to this other person, which a lot of times happens. Um, and so you just kind of watch, and that's what I did. I just sat back and I watched it kind of unfold. Um, it's not good for us to gossip, right? Or spread rumors, but it happens. And I'm at the point in my life where it doesn't really bother me. I think that it is unfortunate, but again, I've gotten caught up in it too. Not even intentionally, but when you do your best to be a good person, right? By not gossiping, by being honest, by showing up and doing what you are asked to do without questioning. Um, and 99% of the people around you are not doing that, sometimes it's very challenging to stay in those parameters. It's best if you can surround yourself with more like-minded people who have the same mindset, who are doing some of the same things that you're doing. And um, when you have to be in environments where that does not exist, it presents a challenge. And we all get challenged or tested, right? And so it's about how we handle those tests or those challenges as we progress on our journey. Because we're all living a journey in this life. And, some people don't ever see anything wrong with the things that they do. But, if I need to be corrected, then I will correct. I will correct myself. And I will make sure that I do better next time. And I will do my best not to, again, repeat something that was said to me, whether it was in confidence. Well, if it's in confidence, if someone says, don't tell anybody, I don't tell, right? I don't share it. Um, but if a person doesn't say that, and then I know they're also sharing the same information with other people, I kind of feel more comfortable. I don't feel more comfortable in that situation. I felt comfortable, but again, I should not have done that. So I am correcting myself at this point. And again, going forward, I know what I need to do to continue being, to continue correcting myself and doing my best to not have that happen again. So I just wanted to put that out into the universe. And this is one of the reasons why I'm doing it in video form. I may apologize to at least one of the people personally, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that at this point. I don't know if I should do that. I kind of feel like maybe I should continue to just stay out of it and not um, make it bigger than it needs to be. I should have maybe said something in the beginning, but again, once somebody shows you who they are, you believe them the first time, and I just respond accordingly. So my response was to just take several seats, take several steps back, and just watch, and see what happens and see how how it all unfolds. Um, so, with that being said, it is very challenging not to gossip. And we see people do it all the time. Even the people who talk about not gossiping are a lot of times the ones who are actually doing it. So it's important, I don't like to talk about it. I just want to be about it. I just want to do it. And again, if I need to correct myself, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to correct myself. Oh my goodness, I have a lot going on. So, if this is something that you have an issue with or that you want more help with, um, please feel free to comment below. Um, as many of you may know, I do have my life coaching certification. And again, sometimes I have to be corrected too. Sometimes I have to work through some of the things that I need to work through in order to continue to be the best version of myself and to elevate to the highest level possible, um, in terms of spirituality um, and again, just being the best version of myself, just enjoying life, doing my best not to talk about people, right? Talk about ideas, talk about the things that I'm going to do in life or that I have done in life, and staying focused on that, staying focused on the things that I want to continue achieving in life, the goals that I have. And so those are the important things to talk about, not people and what they said or what they did. Whether it be people, a relative, a friend, a coworker, it doesn't matter. Even your children, sometimes we get upset with our children and we start calling people on the phone and say, let me tell you what this so and so and so and so. But even that's not good because it's still gossip, right? So you're just gossiping about your children. And then a lot of times we tend to be possessive and we have ownership, over our children, but still they're human beings who have their own life. And really by sharing what they've done or what they've said, it could be embarrassing to them. right? It could be humiliating. It could be bring them shame. It could bring them guilt. Um, it can make them feel shy when they're around the person that you talked about them to. So these things aren't good, even if it is a child that we're talking about, because they have their own mind, they have their own personality. They're people too. They have feelings. Same thing, whether it be a male or a female. People have feelings. A lot of people don't like to be talked about. They don't want to hear that you talked about them. Now, there's a difference when you say something to that person, even if it's in front of other people or even if it's not. And it's also a difference when you're talking about somebody in a constructive way, like you're concerned for their health. Like, say you may know somebody who is heavily on drugs, or maybe an alcoholic, and you're talking to someone about potentially getting them help, or you're talking to someone because you're genuinely concerned that they're not healthy, and that you think that things could improve in their life. So those are the differences. But as always, thank you for watching. Love y'all.